my network was giving me problem. My network was giving me problem, so I have to see if I can restart it, and that is what I've just done. So let me see how this one will be. Hopefully, it will be. I hope it will be better. That's my prayer. I did not thank you Chidibem for calling my attention on that, because there's no point of having program when your network is actually not giving. It doesn't make any sense, and that is what I noticed, and I was told to check my network. So I believe it will be better now. I hope. I hope it will be. I hope it is better. Let's see how far we can go on this one. Let's see how far you can go on that. Okay. So, as I was saying before, the network begin to do somehow. My network started doing somehow. So I told us that we are here to react to a video of one pastor, a prophet from Oduduwa land, what he said about the coming of Biafra. But before then, please, like always, like the video, all right? Click on the like button so that the message will go to other people and people will see the video and watch it as well and know the stand of Biafra and what other people, the view of other people about the Biafran issue. Because of the network, what has just happened, I am going to try my best to speed the broadcast because I have an appointment in less than an hour. So please bear with me. Okay. Now, let me go back to the video because I have deleted the first one. So let's start again. And I believe the network is a little bit better now. What I learned now is that every time, from time to time, I need to restart my network to avoid this kind of, you know, uh, to avoid this kind of delay and poor network signal again. Because had it been that I restarted the network before, we wouldn't have experienced what we have just experienced now, which is very bad, very bad. You have cost me, you have, take my time, but no problem. Let's start. Just a moment. Let me bring up the video because I restart everything to be honest with you. So, guys, like the video and comment. Tell me where you're watching from. I hope Chidubem is back or not. If you are back, Chidubem will comment. Okay. Okay. This is the video of pastor. All right, from Oduduwa land. Let's take it back.
Listen. And I saw 3 flags.
And I saw 3 flags. And I saw 3 flags. One thing I want you to pay attention is because I played the video before, and although I have deleted the video, so I would like you to pay attention to everything they said here because we're not going to waste much time on this broadcast. Let's see how far we can go on it so that just want to have this reaction before the fundraising commence because today is fundraising and I encourage every one of us to be there. Okay, it will start, I hope, maybe before 7 p.m. Biafran time. Today's Saturday. All right, so let's react to this one. The pastor said, and I saw 3 flags. Vision.
Write it down. 9jeria
Nigerian we divide into 3. That is what the pastor here said. And you can see the interpreter, this one here, a kind of hesitates in saying what the pastor said, that the prophet or man of God or pastor, depending on what I don't know how, I don't know him. This is my first time of seeing his video, but because PM shared it, and I saw 3 flags. Nigeria will divide into 3. Listen.
Nigeria will be divided into 3. Write it down.
I don't know why they call this part, because he said the month of October, November this year, probably. And remember, Biafran government have mapped out December 2nd to be the month, to be the day of Biafra redeclaration, not redeclaration. Okay? Biafran government have mapped out these days to be the day of redeclaration of Biafra. And the man of God here says something similar to that. Let's see, because you have seen a video of the other guy that said he's a prophet. That's his own prophecy is to rendition Biafran prime minister. That's his own, a lot of beggars in the name of pastor and prophet in Nigeria. But few of them are real. And sometimes when you listen to this kind of prophecy, you don't hesitate. You will know that the man can see. Do you understand? If you see, you can, if you hear him and see what is going on, you will know that this prophecy is accurate. You understand? Not by saying what we sweet Nigerian state, what we make people to, people unity. Some people call them unity beggars. Those people that want Nigeria to be one by fire by force. Some of them are saying what they want to say because they want government to see them as their own without listening to God. Your prophecy are more, is kind of is more of political statement than spiritual statement. Like you don't see, they're not seeing anything, they don't hear from God, but they want to say something that God says, that kind of thing. So it always sounds funny. But people that hear from God, we always bring the authentic message. That when you see it, yes, God is speaking. We are all from God, isn't it? So we should know when God speaks and when He's not speaking. Like somebody telling you that Igbos are from Benin, that prophecy said that Igbos are. I'm not saying that somebody said that, but I'm not giving you the kind of prophecy that people say or give to make human being and their flesh happy, not to say it the way God wanted to be or what God have mapped out to be, how it must be. I hope if you're catching what I'm trying to say, because some of them answer prophetess, and the other that. When you hear the man, this prophet now, this man of God here, you will weigh what he said here with what is happening around you. Then you will know if that is from God or not. Just apply sense to what he said. Let me play it one more time before we move to another thing. Oh, sorry about that. I muted him.
Write it down. 9jeria máa pé mẹ́ta. Listen.
But the areas are better.
And I saw 3 flags. Write it down.
9jeria máa pé mẹ́ta.
Nigeria will be divided into 3. Okay.
Rabash! Come.
Write it down. Thus says the Lord. The month of October, November.
The interpreter is not happy with the message. That is why he's hesitating to interpret it, because I don't understand what the man said in Yoruba language about the month of October, November. He says something about Mbamont, but just like when he mentioned that Nigeria will divide, the interpreter delayed to say that until the man of God began to look at him somehow. Then he said Nigeria will divide into 3. That kind of thing, because not every message that most of them would like to. If they can have one-on-one conversation with God, they will say, God, why are you giving us this kind of message? Because they want Nigeria to be one. That's a story for another day. Let's move to another thing because we're not going to deliberate much on that. We have, we had problem network issue before, so I'm trying my best to make sure that everything is being speed up because I want to react to this video before the time of fundraising commence. So here is the breaking news that government sacked Nigerian police checkpoint in Abia State by 2 officers, injured another. PM said the terrorists are falling. That is what PM did. He just put the terrorists are falling and terrorists are falling. And the screenshot here comes from Sahara Reporters. These are news of fresh one, like today's bread, as fresh as today's bread. So let's move to another thing because we're not, like I said, we're not going to waste much time on this broadcast. Here is the history of, what the preaching and the lecture of Master Namuna Kano, which I would like you to listen and pay attention to. All right, let's start. And the credit to Biafran Information Minister Sonia Padawa, very, very intelligent man. You must learn a lesson anytime you're listening to Master Namuna Kano, the supreme leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. That's what the Information Minister said. He said, where the name Africa came from. Let me take it back a bit so you can be able to see it because I'm reading from a wider screen. Where the name Africa came from, learn from one of our greatest living hero, Maz Namodekano. Now, let's listen to the audio and learn together, right?
The Roman army gave pursuit. They pursued Scipio Africanus. Sorry, the Scipio Africanus army, the Roman army. Africa is the only continent that is bearing somebody's name. It was named after the conquering Roman general Scipio Africanus. And who is Scipio Africanus? Hannibal left Carthage through Spain and went through Alps to try to conquer Rome. He was very close to Rome. He sent for reinforcement from his brother in Africa. His brother refused to give him reinforcement. But Europeans being very clever, when it came for the history to be written, they are now claiming that Carthage is somewhere in Spain because they didn't quite believe that people can come from Africa to try to conquer Rome. And then once the reinforcement never came for Hannibal, whom they call Hannibal the Cannibal, because they told their children, no, he was a very vicious warrior, he was bad, he was this, because from Africa. And then the Roman army gave pursuit. They pursued Scipio Africanus. Sorry, the Scipio Africanus army, the Roman army pursued Hannibal. Hannibal committed suicide rather than face the shame. And then until the Romans came to the same place in Tunisia, Carthage that was called, and met the same brother that refused to send reinforcement to his own brother at the war front. And they ravaged the place, they killed him, and they poured salt on the ground, forever daring to attack Rome. Who are you savages to attempt to overthrow the might of Rome? They conquered Carthage, killed everybody in Carthage, and poured salt everywhere so that no plant would grow there. And after this devastating conquest, they named Africa after their conqueror, Scipio Africanus. That is why Luther can come and call you Nigeria and you accept. That is why they can bring the Quran, you take, Bible, you take, everything they give you, you take. You don't have a mind of your own. Because even the name you bear is that of your master and your slave. That is why black African people will be slaves unless Biafra comes.
My goodness.
When I said Chukwabia Masentos, you thought I was joking. This gospel, you will get it nowhere else. Only here. Do you think we are joking? Now you know we are not. Now you know we are not joking. We continue. Our work is unstoppable. Unstoppable. If you don't know the truth, you come to the Biafra. If you know somebody, you want to cure them of a disease. The only time they're lying, they say like, bring them to the Biafra. I know about so much, I know go how you're supposed to. Once you're listening, you're being cured of your ability to lie and deceive people. Africa is the only continent.
I have not heard about this history in my entire life. My goodness. And this video is not as if I played it before, coming live. This is the first time I'm listening to. I just saw it and I saved it because I am following information minister on Twitter, and he shared this on his Twitter handle. Having known that the video is all about what Oyendu says and his lecture, I cannot bypass. You understand? So I have to bring it on, and I just to play it here. Behold, the information and the lecture here is second to none. Triple M, I see you. You've just deleted your comments. I hope everything's all right. Jerry in Weibo, I see you. Excellence Wachigo, our brother. Nice to have you guys on this broadcast. Uche Okafor, thank you. You are the first person that comment. You say restoration, my brother. God bless. Thank you, thank you. And I'm saying good evening, Kai report. Who again? Remember, is busy commenting and deleting. Anyway, let's continue. Let's just put your comment and make sure you like the video. We have 53 watching at the moment, and only 8 people, have the church mind to support us by clicking on the like button. Don't be stingy about it. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue. Let me play it again before we move on, because this lecture is not something that you will learn one time. Please, let's listen to him again about the way African drive their name Africa. So I was even complaining that Nigerian's name was given by somebody after a river Niger, and the Nigerians, they drive the word Nigeria from Niger. You understand? So these are, oh my goodness, we have been messed up. These people have messed us up, and we are actually helping them to mess ourselves up as well by not changing any of these names, and we are moving with it. And the white people know, they have the history, they know what they have done, what their father have done, and what they have contributed. My goodness, listen to this again, please. Let's listen to it together. It's not as if that I know it. Okay, I don't know it. This is the first time I'm hearing this kind of history.
Hearing somebody's name. It was named after the conquering Roman general Scipio Africanus.
Deep.
And who is Scipio Africanus? Hannibal left Carthage through Spain and went through Alps to try to conquer Rome. He was very close to Rome. He sent for reinforcement from his brother in Africa. His brother refused to give him reinforcement. But Europeans, being very clever, when it came for the history to be written, they are now claiming that Carthage is somewhere in Spain because they didn't quite believe that people can come from Africa to try to conquer Rome. And then, once the reinforcement never came for Hannibal, whom they call Hannibal the Cannibal, because they threw their children, no, he was a very vicious warrior, he was bad, he was this, because from Africa. And then the Roman army gave pursuit. They pursued Scipio Africanus. Sorry, the Scipio Africanus' army, the Roman army pursued Hannibal. Hannibal committed suicide rather than face the shame. And then until the Romans came to the same place in Tunisia, Carthage, that it was called, and met the same brother that refused to send reinforcement to his own brother at the war front. And they ravaged the place, they killed him, and they poured salt on the ground, forever daring to attack Rome. Who are you savages to attempt to overthrow the might of Rome? They conquered Carthage, killed everybody in Carthage, and poured salt everywhere so that no plant would grow there. And after this devastating conquest, they named Africa after their conqueror, Scipio Africanus. That is why Lugard can come and call you Nigeria, and you accept. That is why they can bring the Quran, you take, Bible, you take, everything they give you, you take. You don't have a mind of your own. Because even the name you bear is that of your master and your slave. That is why black African people will be slaves unless Biafra comes. When I said Chukwabiyama sent us, you thought I was joking? This gospel, you will get it nowhere else. Only here. Do you think we are joking? Now you don't. Now you know we are not joking. We continue.
Wow.
Our work is unstoppable. If you don't know the truth, you come to Radio Biafra. If you know somebody, you want to cure them of a disease. Every time you're lying.
Oh my goodness. This is deep. Very, very deep. My goodness. Anyway. Okay. This is why people like Mas Namorikano is very, very rare to see. You can see that the knowledge and the information is second to none. Very, very, very deep. Very, very, very deep. Anyway, let's continue. Let's continue. I just want to share it with us because I don't even know that this history exists. This is my first time of hearing why where the name Africa comes from. Nigerian own is double. The continent where they come from is the name of person, a white person. The name of the country where they said everybody come from is also a name of an insultive word for black people, from nigger, negro, and all that. So these are the words that people need to avoid, but some people they know they twist it and give you that name, and everybody accept. Very, very shameful. Very, very, very shameful. We really need Biafra, to be honest with you. This is bandits receiving their materials in the bush. And why I'm bringing this video is not new, but I just noticed that the pilot is a white person. It's not what I mean by white person. I'm not talking about the European white. Maybe he's an Arabian. Maybe from Arab. Yes, Triple M said the Biafra will end all this rubbish. To be honest with you, we need it. We need it. We need it. So I noticed that the pilot of this, you can see. Let me see if the camera will be able to capture his skin color. He's an Arabian person. Kolowale, my brother, our Dudua brother is here. Good morning, brother from Canada. God bless you, my dear. God bless you. Thank you so much. And how are you? I hope everything's all right with you there in Canada. So I don't know if the camera will be able to show this pilot of this, because I know many of you have seen this video. It's not a but when PM posted it, they reposted it. I've seen this video last year, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, yeah. Hold on. You can see the white guy. Let me see hold on. Let me see if I will be able to take it back and pause it. Now, look at this person here. This pilot or one of the crew member. Look at him here. This person here, you can see him. This guy here, he is not a black person. He's not black, right? He is not black. When you pay attention very, very closely, it is a white man. Yes, a white person. Not even the skin color is not even Arabian. This to tell you that the connection and the contact of federal government is in the hands of everything. They're telling you bandit. Is it Fulani people that have this contact of white pilots? Oyibo? You can see that. And they know what they're doing here. They know everything. Because these are not Nigerian army. They are not Nigerian army. They are not Nigerian police. Not Nigerian DSS. Secret what they call it? DSS is where it stands for what? Is this secret department of whatever? I don't know. I don't know the full meaning actually. DSS, Department of Secret Service. I think something like that. So these are pure Fulani people. Okay, even the music that they themselves are playing on the background I don't know if the people that edited it or I don't know, but when you look at their faces, you will understand that they are Fulanis. So that is it. And PM have this caption on the video. He said, "The Nigerian terrorist state sponsored terrorists receiving delivery." That's just it. It's just like receiving delivery, but nobody knows what is in the bags they are receiving, and the way they are rushing it simply means that they understand that what they're doing is illegal. But my worry is these white people a lot, and tomorrow they will tell you that that bandits and terrorists and all that, they have this, they are that, the Nigerians are facing insecurity challenges and all that. It is intentional. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. And today in the north, as they're telling you that this security in Southeast is because you are defending yourself, look at them. Their men have taken over the streets. When you have a checkpoint in the Southeast by Nigerian army and police and navy and road safety and civil defense, all of them, they all have a license to mount roadblock in Southeast. Here, the bandits are doing the same here. Not when you look at this roadblock here in the north, is not. This is not an army checkpoint. No, the checkpoint here is their own people that they call bandit and the book. They are the one mounting roadblock. Okay, and army will not go after them, not at all. Look at it. Look. So this guy that is here is not the Nigerian army. You can see the dressing. Okay, to tell you that you can see him with army camouflage does not mean that he's an army. He knows what they know what they're doing. Okay, this is not Nigerian army. You can see the truck. Yes, Triple M, you are right. Abada said any insurgency that lasts 24 hours, there is hand of federal government in it. Exactly. So this is what they have created in their own region, and that the agenda is to extend it to your own region. And the difference between you and them is this: the people that are causing the insecurity, that are causing this problem in the north, the government is their own people in the government are in charge of these people. But that are somehow preaching that they should replicate the same thing in your own region, you in the government, you are not. So what they are gaining from doing this, what they're doing here with their own people, with their own foot soldiers, you are not going to gain the same thing in your own region if you allow them to succeed, okay, in taking over your places, your land, your street. You are not going to control them anymore. Even the people that created those ones are struggling to control them now. They are struggling to control them now because it is all about who is in control of their foot soldiers. Do you think that if this insecurity in the north is not being managed or controlled or created by the Fulanis in government, by now they would have been shouting everywhere on radio, on their media platform, that the government should do this and do that. But sometimes it's only few of them that are somehow representing them in the Senate or House of Reps, we make a kind of comment, and their comment always go in line of protecting these people. For example, banditry and herdsmen moving everywhere in the street of other part of Nigeria, paving way for them to bring their real foot soldier to take over, which is Boko Haram and Iswap and Co, to introduce Quran. They want to test you with Fulani herdsmen in the name of Ruga and other before they can now show you that, look, we are going to take over overnight. Remember what happened in Yemen? Yemen 2.0 is what is cooking. People don't understand this. Now, let me read from a northerner. Okay, let's go a post from a northerner and see what he said. Maybe you'll be able to see it. I don't know if the camera will capture it, in full, but I will read from a wider screen. Okay, let me see. Let me wait for the camera to be clear because it's somehow blunt at the moment. Okay, now it is readable now. Okay, northerner beggars beside Lagos, despite trillions of naira revenue and incomes to the 19 northern states. This 19th northern state is also a fraud. 19 northern states is a fraud. They are all unite them, call them one northerners. But in the east, they have succeeded in introducing, segregation, divide and rule in the east, and managed to unify their own northerners, whether by negotiation or by threatening. Because when you hear northeast, north central, and all those things, most of the northern part that are that are mainly Christians are receiving it woto woto. But these ones are collecting allocation on behalf of those ones that are giving woto woto. That's a story for another day. Just like I have made a broadcast about what Masnakan said about Yoruba people, their state of origin and different tribes that make up today's Southwest. And in the Southeast, none of them want Southeast to unite. They have succeeded in telling the other people that Igbos hate you and all that. So, but we are not here for that program again. Let's continue about this one. From May 2015 to April 2024, 19 northern states put together had 214 trillion in their treasures. The source of the monies are: A, monthly federal allocation; B, bylaws from the federal government; C, grants from the federal government; D, loan from CBN; E, intervention from CBN; F, foreign grants. Some of us, sometimes we don't even know what those things means, and we don't know when they receive those money, but we are not hearing it. G, foreign loans; and H, IGRS. I don't know what the meaning of this. I, diaspora of assets, etc. Okay, sorry, disposal of assets. J, loans from local banks. K is incomes from investment. These are the money. Okay, 2, it is therefore a shame and scandalous that extreme poverty, illiteracy, lack of creativity, laziness, and outright looting and stealing from public treasure by politicians and their cohorts have pushed millions of northerners to south part of Nigeria, where they have become a menace and a serious security and environmental threat to the southern society. Third, the southern society have no obligation towards this man-made precincts and destitute that were deliberately created out of greed, insensitive, and godliness. 4, I warned that the day karma turn into force to the wicked, heartless, and criminal element of northern leaders, the same destitute will return to the northern region, even if by foot, and make the entire north ungovernable. When that happened, current Boko Haram menace, kidnapping, selective buying, etc. will be like a child play, and those who created these destitutes through political miscalculation will pay a supreme price, which will be celebrated openly. A day is coming soon. So now, the video you are about to watch is this: the Northerners celebrating. I call it celebrating because that's what they normally do. Begging publicly in Southwest for now. Okay, before the video continues, this is Lagos State. This is Lagos State, okay? This is Lagos State, and there's a reason why the Northerners focus on Lagos State. There's a reason for that.
No. I will do it. When I get to the office, I will do it. Don't worry, I beg. Don't worry. Yeah, they become an altar of sacrifice. These are people that are there on the road. Nigerians. Northern leaders are ruling, controlling. Here we are. These are people. They become an altar of sacrifice in our nation, Nigeria. That is an embarrassing. It's embarrassing. These are Nigerians. They're embarrassing. Terrible situation. These are Nigerians. They become an altar of sacrifice. Yeah, they are. But not an altar of sacrifice. They don't help us.
Okay. The question should be, why do they choose Lagos State? Why not Southeast? One of the reasons, this is my own opinion, one of the reasons is because in Yoruba land, there are more Muslims than in the Southeast. In Southeast, I don't even believe that we have Muslims, apart from those who want to use that to milk the Northerners. As a business, they're lying to them, they're kind of scamming them, okay, that I'm a Muslim, so that they'll be getting things cheaper and maybe having government assistance. So that's my own opinion. But what this person said, because when the name of the person that wrote those things, I don't know if he's the one that write the message, but he's the one that posted it. This person here is a Northerner. So Igbos are saying these are pushing against the North. No, this is not the Northerner. He's the one that made it. All right, he's the one that made the post. What he said here is or not? The answer is yes. In fact, he did not even mention all the means by which people receive money. One of the way is kidnapping. He had numbered some areas where money get to the Northerners. Another place is through banditry, through kidnapping. That's another lucrative business for the Northerners. Not criminals, as we may say, but these are official criminals in government. Do you understand what I mean? Of criminals in the government. They are the one using this thing. You know, they don't have any empathy, no feeling for any human being. They always feel comfortable doing what they're doing because they think to them it doesn't, what matters is what gets to their pockets, always their pockets. And they will still turn around and tell you that Igbos are the one, you know, they can do anything for money. But we know what they can do as well. We know what they stand for. So, my people, like I said, we are not going to waste much time. Tell me what you think about all that we have discussed so far, because these are the reasons why Biafrans are asking for the independence. You see what they can do to their own people. You see the amount of money that have been, you know, allocated to the 19 northern government, and you see the level of poverty and insecurity and, you know, dirty environment, as if there's no government in, you know, in that region, who have been ruling Nigeria for years. The same state people from the same region. If they cannot do anything for their own for their people, is it you that are going to do something for? And the concern and the ideology they have is that you are not meant to be part of the government. For some of you that want to, despite everything they have committed against you, you still want to be with them out of your, to you are very kind. Many of you have different reasons to support, to wish to be in Nigeria. Some say that, like Kenneth Okonkwo, his own is that he wants this kind of imaginary, you know, space to operate. Then when you ask him, how many companies do you have that you are looking for other people's land to explore? He don't have anything apart from Nigerian movie and now a politician. He says he's a lawyer. I have not seen him defend any, you know, anybody in court case. All of them have, you know, Nigeria is the only country in the world where you study to have title attached to your name for people to respect you or scared of you. When it comes to come and show us what you say they have studied in school, or put into practice. They'll be looking for someone to stamp for them. They have done that. You know, chop for me now, stamp this, stamp my document, so that when I'm going to other office to look for job, they will know that I have passed this, I have passed that level. This is how they will smuggle their way to general. A general that don't even know how to diffuse any Ogbonigwe, or how to pick. You know, how many of you remember when the, you know, bomb blast in Ikeja during the time of Obasanjo in Lagos State? There was a bomb blast in Lagos State, right? Do you know that the Nigerian government they have, you know, people that claim in the security agents that they are paying them salary, that they are good in picking, you know, where there's explosion. They're there to do the cleaning, you know, to make sure that they diffuse any remaining explosive device and anything. They know how to do it. When it comes to practicalize it, because how often do they don't experience explosion in Nigerian often. So people will live all their life receiving salary with the title that is their job in Nigerian army, because there's nothing to show what you say you have, what you claim that you have studied. And when that thing accidentally happened in Lagos, it requires that people need to go there and do the cleanup. Nigerian federal government have no other choice than to, because they know their candidate, they know themselves. They have to call American army to come to do the cleaning, and pick up, to check the environment for them. That's why today you see someone that said that I'm a submarine engineer. when he requires to go down to the sea to do that, you are a submarine, right? Or dive. They were looking for a place to bring their fire. That how much will I pay, so that you stamp me here and sign that I have dived to the sea and come back alive. Just stamp for me, so that when I travel, people will. Even the international communities, every country in the world knows this. That's why when you travel abroad, that you're a nurse, you want to work in hospital, they have to push you to take another exam in their country to see how good you are in what you say you are. A lawyer in Nigeria is not, nobody will trust you until you write aptitude test in their country to test your knowledge in that field. But when, just for you to understand what I'm saying, if it requires that you need somebody from another country in Nigeria, do Nigerian conduct tests for them to know how good they are, the medical doctors or anything? No, because they will tell you in the national media that they have called an expert that person will automatically become expert. Somebody that's not expert in his own country, once he enter flight to Nigeria, the title will change to expert so that they make you feel comfortable. Of course, when you see a long hair and white skin, this is God. God is here doing the operation. I'm not saying that white people are not performing well. What I'm trying to say is the poor standard of education and the poor insecurity, poor governance, poor leadership, poor everything from Africa and Nigerian at large, from Nigerian and African at large. All right. So we are going to end it now, and we are going to come back again, maybe late our broadcast, because today is fundraising, and fundraising is always it will take a long time. So, and I encourage you to be there and support. Do your best to support the government in exile. Do your best to find out the problem before you talk of the solution. If you don't believe on what people that have done this, their findings, and conclude that best way to go is Biafrans, start your own findings. Don't jump and start shouting, no, Biafra. Take your time to do your own investigation, do your own research, study what is going on, ask some pertinent question. Why this thing is this? Anybody that don't have this kind of, you don't question things, you're not ordinary. You must question things in your day-to-day activities, in your daily life. That is what makes you a human. If you don't question things, how can you say that you were sure of what you are saying that you know? You need to question things around you. If you have time, dedicate time to question some things in Nigeria, or some things that are around you, you will equip yourself with knowledge and wisdom that will help you to make a good choice. You see, Biafrans are not the only one going through a lot in Nigeria, but we go through a lot more than other people. And other people that, what I mean by other people, I'm talking about other nationality like Yoruba, TV people, Gala people, all those people. They are from these are indigenous people. Indigenous people. They are not people that migrated from somewhere somehow. You understand? You need to pay attention to what will preserve your heritage, what will preserve your language. You can only have that because once you allow Nigeria to be the way it is, it will get to a point where everybody will be forced to speak Hausa language or Fufude. Your culture, everything will be destroyed. Then you start learning Arabic, and your way of life will change, and you will never remain the same anymore. Like Armstrong said, the people from the north will suffer after we are gone by December. A lot is going on in Nigeria, and the prophecy of this man is very, very good. Very, very, very good. So let me play it again before we end this broadcast. Okay, that will be the last thing that we are going to listen to before we go now. Let me look for it and bring it up. Okay, here we are. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. See you again. We are going to be back again later, like I said. And before you go, like the video, comment, and tell us what you think on what we have discussed so far.